shoots him.
He's very fast.
Oh no!
I need to show you a video of me doing stand-up badly because you showed one last time. And 3,
I tried to, but I was just so talented.
I know, yeah, you tried to.
Just like intangible red flag territory. Like he's not saying anything
Oh,
specific,
interesting.
But like just as he's talking, you're like, do not be in a room alone with this man.
Yeah, 100%.
So we can all love each other. No.
All right, great. Okay, great. This is great. What about him is an intangible red flag? Is it a way he appears, way he talks, hand gestures?
Do you know what the word intangible means?
All right, I'm gonna go have a piss. Ashley, you're in charge.
I'm in charge. Bitches.
I went down on a juicy boozy, and
got a fart in this chair is gonna make it reverberate. Hey, wait!
John.
Hey!
Oh no! Everybody else,
Hey!
What's going on? I'm just waiting for music. I thought you were getting music. Oh, I thought you were just getting music.
How my penis gets born.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. Here's a shed.
the ice cream cones came with a little metal packet that is just full of sugar. It's just full of sugar to be poured into the cones.
I got what has the Japanese not gotten a hold of, perfected, and then when everyone was like, "You did it," they went, "And now we'll begin." And you're like, "No, you fixed it. It was fixed. Do not break it." Like, no, we got to break this.
I still have some more questions.
Go ahead.
John Hastings is on America's Got Talent for 5 minutes, and now he's got houses in LA and London.
That's right.
Yeah.
You kept a house in London?
Yeah, I've kept a house in London.
Update, not sugar.
There's no fluid tasting enough to warrant sucking it out of him. Yeah. No, but it was did he do it when he was then in the band when they were the 4 Bee Gees that brief time before then his heart exploded?
Wow.
I'm not saying anything that didn't happen. That is what happened to him.
I'm a predator.
And it was going awesome. And we even started having drinks at a bar, and we each had girlfriends with us, whatever. We're having a great time until I got comfortable enough to go, hey, we share a birthday,
As someone who's been eternally single.
Go ahead. Is it your fault? Yes. No, sorry.
Stop tweeting after your dates, Ashley. Stop tweeting after your dates.
Oh, bad news, Paul. You're getting a Batman bet.
This is not bad news. I am so pleased.
Support them.
But you know what's more important than helping people's mental health?
Fuck you, John.
I'm just saying. Tom, you're a comedy fan.
Here's what happened. So I came up after she finished a couple times.
How did you
I'm not one's not enough.
What
you go for 2. That's how you start it out.
Smoother crunchy.
And then Jesus, boom. And so so when I emerged, I went to kiss her and she just grabbed my face and she sucked it all out of my beard.
So hurtful.
That's a literary reference. Oh no, I gotta.
Hey, you can't tie me out now. I'm the only one here. Books, pages. Right. Verb, noun, adjective. Nice.
Someone give me that.
I'm very prone to bullying.
No, you're talking about Andy Gibb.
I am talking about Andy Gibb. Pardon me.
Get your Gibbs straight if you want to come at me, bro.
Sorry.
Those nice bearded men and their Aryan friends seem like they're doing very different shows.
Marion's got pink eye. She touched her and all.
I tried to. It crawled away too quickly.
It's difficult with tea. Sometimes you try and tune it and you get Assam.
I'm officially declaring it. Jordan is the governor general of this stream.
God damn it, guys. I took a Ritalin today. I can only focus on one thing at a time.
What is happening right now? 2 screens. I want to have 2 screens.
Yeah, very nice. Yeah.
Paul and I were walking through the park, and we walked past.
Chris, John, and Irish Ashley combine to make the ultimate team, better than any wet dream. Welcome to the Untitled Twitch stream. John's the CEO and Boomer. Ashley's the real leader. Chris brings the vibes and juices as our enjoyment increases. Welcome to the Untitled Twitch stream.
Hey.
Howdy doody, folks.
What's up, gang?
Never saying that ever again.
What? Howdy doody, folks.
Duty?
Oh, that was so good.
I can't pull it off. You guys, both of you could pull that off. I don't pull it off.
It's all about the confidence. Yeah, howdy doody, baby.
Yeah. It's the
Woman
fact that you
takes off her
pulled
shirt,
out.
you go, howdy
and you're not,
doody.
you're not the pull-out king.
Yeah.
David, do you remember callbacks on this show like nobody else?
It's my job, baby. Can you make us a song? Yes. Can it include all the general vibes and juices? Yes. Yes, again.
There are many juices. That's one thing that I've always said about this podcast. Chris, what's your podcast like? Well, there are many juices. There
Many
are
vibes,
juices.
many juices.
I did a show last night at the with the Glasgow Improv Theatre at Blackfriars in Glasgow. I think it happens once or twice a month. I don't know. Anyway,
Cool. It seems like a monthly
follow
show.
Glasgow Improv Theatre and you'll find out. But I was the guest monologist for it, so I was like telling monologue story type things, and one of my monologues ended up naturally being about shitting myself.
Oh yeah.
And
which time?
I had a couple of people. I had 2 people come up to me after the show and say, I once shat myself and I've never told anybody about it.
Can I play you my new song that I wrote? It's about
Yes.
It's called The Most Relatable Song for People in Their 30s.
Yeah. I want to say shout out to Kimmers. Hello, Troggies.
I was gonna just say hello
what's
to
the podcast?
everybody.
But also
Hi, podcast
Kimmers,
listeners.
You fucking podcast listeners. UTS, the juiciest place on Twitch. I think that's a strong. That's a strong go for our motto.
That is a strong claim.
Yeah,
but
we got
what
that.
I was going to finish up saying was like, I gave the podcast a plug. So hello, if anybody is listening from the show last night. But
Hi.
I made it very clear that a lot of this show is also about that topic.
Nice one. Yes.
It's
Yes.
just like if you're not into this, if you're not feeling the vibe of my monologue, don't listen to the podcast.
I love that. Hard line. None of this meet you in the middle shit. You come to us. You come to us.
This is either for you or it definitely isn't.
I just felt like, and also during the week, somebody texted me that they had shit themselves and it made them think of me. And I'm just like, oh my God, I'm
there you
becoming this
go.
person. I'm
That's
becoming
like
this
a
shit in
Hallmark
your
card.
pants hero.
Shat myself and thought of you.
What a niche. What? Wow. Corner
I
that.
know. It's wild. But it's great. I feel like I'm representing a minority, like I'm giving a voice to the people. And
It's all about bringing awareness to the cause.
Absolutely. What color bracelet?
Brown.
Yeah,
Surely brown.
obviously, yeah.
I am accidentally the UTS shitlord. Oh, I don't like that title.
Shitlord is
Shitlord?
amazing.
Someone make that. Someone
Don't
make
like
that.
any of your titles, Ashley. You get
I
a really
don't,
good title
though.
that suits you, and then we're like, and you're like, no.
Oh yeah, what was the one that we had to stop doing because you were worried it would?
I'm gonna
we were-
type it
The
in the private
notorious
chat.
GSA.
Yes,
Right. Oh man, that was so long ago.
Somebody had to edit
That's
some
like
songs.
we've been doing this show for 2 years.
That's great. That's great.
No,
You know
that's
what I
not
love
true, is it?
Just about. I mean, well, John and I started about 2 years ago because he got divorced this week 2 years
Oh,
ago.
January though. Oh, all right, okay.
Happy anniversary, Joe.
Yeah. Him and
It's
his ex
quite-
both posted Instagram stories about it.
I
Happy
saw
Tuesday.
that.
Tag
Really,
each other.
really cute. And it's wait, I don't know if I'm allowed to say the thing that I was going to say. Never mind. We'll come back to it with John next week.
Would you like me to segue neatly into my song? It really doesn't last long.
Yes.
Look, he's been sitting there with his hands in the cord this whole time. He's so ready.
It's fine. This song is called "The Most Relatable Thing for Song for People in their 30s." I shat myself today. Thank you very much.
Oh, that's excellent. I do want to hear more of that.
How's the album coming, David?
Oh, I've decided on a release date. I haven't done any more work to the album, but I've decided on a release date.
Nice.
I mean,
that's
I can play
incentive,
you
though.
some.
That's a very ADHD way of dealing with it. Is like just give myself a deadline. Otherwise,
It's Bandcamp Friday on November 4th and December 2nd. Now, December 2nd implies Christmas album, but also the very next day is my girlfriend's birthday. Shout out my girlfriend. So I can't be promoting on that day.
Yep.
Which means that we come forward a bit. And I listened to it the other day. I would say of the 30 tracks it's going to be, that 19 of them are done, I think.
Cool.
And so I just need to sing.
Crack
it would be
on.
31, but I went back and listened to what I had, and one of them's about Boris Johnson. Not relevant anymore.
Sure.
I was like, fuck you,
so I
Boris. You made
take
my
it-
album short.
If one of them's about, I take it it's a comedy songs album.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, cool.
That's
great.
all Michael Bublé covers. He has so many songs about Boris Johnson.
That
he
Gershwin
hates that
album.
guy.
Yeah. My album's actually called Songs About Boris Johnson, and I'm like, fuck you, Boris. Fuck you, ADHD. Yes, so it's it's kind of like, so the last album I released was on January 31st, 2020. And then I don't know how much material I wrote between then and beginning of COVID. So it's basically everything post then till about now.
Dope.
Mainly till the end of Edinburgh, basically. So, but the thing is, I feel like an album should be about half an hour long. But like, as you see, my songs are like 7 seconds long. So when I make albums, it tends to be like a very interesting intro to a song, 3 lines, and then the song's over. So
I like that. That's like how I used to use words like behooves and in the manner of when I was trying to like fill out a high school essay. Like that's your song intro. Just filler.
So basically, you can only make money off Spotify songs if they're over 30 seconds long.
Oh, okay.
So you get paid at the 30-second mark for a Spotify thing. So you'll notice that quite a few of my tracks land at like 31 seconds, and I'm done.
Oh wow, that's like how they used to be about 3 minutes long, 2.5 to 3 minutes for radio play. That's how everybody. And it's the same with comedy albums. I was told that try to make your jokes like cuttable at 30 to 45 seconds. Because a lot of the radio stations will just play like bang, bang, bang. They're much less likely to play a 7-minute story than they are just one joke. This is where commerce and art meet, everybody. These are the conflicting things
I didn't know
that we
about
work
any
with.
of this.
Yeah.
Art drives technology, and technology drives art. It's the ever never-ending sort
Is
of.
porn art though?
Yeah.
I think the website Art Porn, whatever it's called.
It
I don't
can
know.
be.
I've yet to see it, and I've seen a lot.
Chris wanks with his eyes shut, so
it's an
I'm
audio
yet to see it.
experience to me.
Mills and Boone audio novels.
That's my favorite part. Is that bit?
Yeah, audio vibes and juices is what Chris.
Yeah, the juiciest
it-
place on Twitch.
It was with you or John on the show that I was talking about how audio porn might be my thing.
John, I think.
And now you've just undermined that a lot.
Yeah. You don't like that? No? It's
Not doing
shocking.
that for me.
Shockingly
Every single
accurate,
part of
though,
me
right?
wants to do that. No, I can't do it, but you know that noise.
Oh, guys, I am gonna remove myself for a second because I'm getting a phone call that I have to answer. I'm very sorry.
Cool. Okay.
You can't just drop the audio porn thing like audio porn. See ya.
Yeah, he's getting like an actual important phone call. I hope he's talking to them about audio porn.
Yeah, he's
Maybe
like,
that's what he's doing. He's literally just gotten a call, and now he has to
Yeah.
go do his like porn bit. And
they're like, hello, how much? Oh, okay, cool. And they're like, thank you, I'm
This
done
is
now. And
Chris's
he's like,
new
"Okay, cool,
side
come back to my
hustle."
podcast."
It's his new side hustle. Is that the sound of juices being sucked out of it? Like, honestly, I didn't want to say that, but that's all that came to mind for me. Chris
Very
making slurpy noises.
Very scratchy.
I will never unknow that story.
Yeah.
You
Why
know?
would you not want? Why would you want that to leave your brain? It's such a.
I have reasons.
It's such a glorious sort of. This is what can happen in the universe. Sort
Yeah.
of thing to me. Do you know what I
Do you
mean?
know
Like,
what? Do you know what's really cool? I was talking to somebody about this recently, and it's very evocative of the fact that there are so many, like, the world is so fucked in terms of what people deem to be conventionally attractive and everything, and it's like, no, there's actually so many ways to be attractive, to turn
Yeah.
people on,
Yeah.
to, like, just because you're
Yeah.
not poster woman person doesn't mean you can't get your rocks off.
I have like I have this thought that goes around my head every so often, and I've never said it out loud. So this is
I'm
this is
so
another-
excited.
This is another one of those. A lot of my channel, some of the people who watch my channel regularly will be here, be like, "We're going to cancel David again," but it's like, okay. So
I'm so
when people
excited.
say like, you know,
Because I can see
everybody
you
look-
like thinking, should I say
how
this?
how to word it as well. It's like the people suggest that the archetype of sexy and sexual desire is a slim person.
Uh-huh.
And the amount of people that search for I'm just going to say fat women in porn as the search title.
Yeah, because that's
completely
probably what the
undermines.
search is. Yeah.
It's like, no, I need to be this. It's like, I
really
assure you,
don't.
there are millions of men who don't want that. They want
Yeah.
something else. So there we go. Not cancelled yet, baby.
Somebody's going to clip that and cut it up and make it sound like you're fat phobic. But yeah, it is. It's that thing of
Sorry.
People, yeah, the media and everything kind of has all this pressure for you to look and be a certain way. And majority of, now, again, I'm being a bit stereotypical here, or black and white, but majority of it, like, men find totally different things really attractive. Like,
yeah,
anytime a
women.
guy like tells me what he wants, I'm like, that is not what I've spent my life being told men want.
Yeah. I can't
You know?
remember who it was. Somebody was saying that there's like a comment, somebody saying like, if all women stopped wearing makeup, there would be uproar for about a month. And then it would be like, okay, that's just what we do now. It's like women used to wear ruffs because that's what men
Yeah.
used to want. And then they stopped wearing ruffs. And the men were like, "Ugh, where are our ruffs?" And then they just got on with life.
What is a ruff, like the ruffled neck?
The
thing?
Victorian,
The
like-
Victorian. Okay, sure. Yeah,
But
there's
which is
there's
probably an
bizarre-
extreme.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, this does go down to like, it's kind of like we're obviously led to believe certain things due to commerce, kind of like
Yes.
if
We're
everybody
brainwashed.
desires this thing or wants this thing or can't get this thing, then they're going to spend money on getting it. When
Mhm.
actually, sexy ruffs, says Steve Murray. Steve Murray's like, bring back ruffs so I can get my rocks off. Yeah, like no two people ever want the same thing, just generally anyway.
Yeah.
And that goes for movies and art and food and travel and living environments, and sexual desires is so prevalent in that. And it's like, this is why any kind of like just kind of sexuality and how you define it is so vast and people are like, no, the man like the woman and the woman like the man, and it's like,
Yeah.
do they?
Yeah.
Like, there's so like some people like bacon and some people don't like bacon, but then some people like bacon bits, and other people, like so many facets of everything, and you'll just kind of go.
We're
like,
all so picky.
And it's like, oh, you want somebody tall, dark, and handsome, and you want hourglass figure, blonde, whatever. It's like, and that's all just looks. That's not even
and then
personality.
also there can be a bit of cognitive dissonance between what you think is attractive when you're looking at like a picture or something, and then what you're actually turned on by in the moment. Like, I've surprised myself with things that I've like thought and you know, I'm sure everybody else does too, though. Like every now and then you're like, oh, that's what I came thinking about. Cool.
Can somebody clip that? I need to make a new song. Well, to go back to the original point, I reckon if that day, at any point in that day, you had said to Chris, would you like a lady to suck her own juices out of your beard?
He'd have said
he
no.
might go,
that's disgusting. That's unhygienic. I'm
yeah,
sure
he would at least have questions. And part of the attraction is are you crying? Are you all right?
No, I'm just like hot and flushed.
I love that David used bacon to explain the spectrum of sexuality and sexual attraction.
Yeah,
love it.
It's a great
Thanks,
analogy.
Gimmersby. I try hard. But part of any kind of, I think, that sort of thing, it was the surprise and in the moment, and as he always says, the vigor.
The vigor.
If she'd
With
done
a
it,
vigor.
if she'd done it with no commitment, then it might not have. If
It
she was
would have
like,
been
"Oh, I'm
like,
not for
but
that,"
that's the
she
thing, is
just
that something like that can
went
really
for it.
either go one way or another. Like if you're hooking up with somebody for the first time and they really surprise you with something, it's a bit like, oh, I'm not into that. Or weirdly, I'm very into that.
Yeah.
It just, yeah, it's all about connection and chemicals and just vibes.
I've never seen somebody say the word vibe so intently there. This is my impression of you saying the word vibes there. Vibes. Vibes. That was good.
Dear. That was excellent. Yeah, that's a comment in from the chat. That's how I realized I was bisexual. Stumbled onto a very attractive man in straight porn while I was a teenager and realized I was more into him than her. I think that's a lot of people's kind of sexuality discovery experiences. Like you just don't. I think especially with bisexuals, or pansexuals, or anybody who's not one or the other, like it's because when you're going through that sexual discovery phase of your life, and you're kind of like, okay, but the heteronormative doesn't feel wrong in the way that I imagine if you are completely gay, being attracted to the opposite gender feels wrong, and you're like pretending at some point if you're in the closet or something, whereas
doesn't feel right
when you're it just doesn't settle with you. It doesn't feel right, and you're basically pretending to like people that you don't actively find attractive. But I think when you're bi or pansexual, you don't clock it as quickly because the normal doesn't feel wrong. So there's definitely this kind of going along, and you kind of realize like, oh, but I also like
one of my
thing.
friends has only come out as bi within the past like 2 years
Mm.
during kind of lockdown, and so like it's kind of like he's come out of lockdown and been like, better get to it. And so he is discovering stuff about himself that's very very interesting, and is very open with it, and it's quite I've never thought about it like that. Like as you say, like if you're bi, the thing that seems to be prevalent, I was about to say on offer, but that sounds weird. Like the thing that is prevalent,
the heteronormative,
and the norm doesn't seem wrong. So then, Yeah. I was about to say I had a very intense conversation with somebody about the kind of how you have to kind of. Actually, I think I mentioned you in this conversation of like.
I love it when people talk about me. I really do. I love it.
When somebody isn't just somebody who pertains to being completely straight,
Sure.
will then happily make out with people or even more, but then like I am completely straight, and me and another straight person had a conversation. We were like, we don't seem like the people that can really discuss this, but it's like from our perspective, it's like obviously no judgment, but you don't appear to be completely straight because and it's clearly like a spectrum, and it's like you, and then but it's like, but then they don't define themselves as bisexual.
Okay.
And then I was saying that I understand that you kind of don't put a label on it, or you talked about rather than coming out, letting people in, and just kind of like, obviously to define it is to make it useful for conversation, but it's kind of like, it just frankly makes me confused, I would say, when people are like, no, I'm perfectly straight even though I banged that dude, and it's like,
I don't say I'm straight.
no, I know you
say I'm
don't,
straight.
but I was just saying that like,
But
no,
sure.
I know you don't, but I used you as an example of like somebody who has not necessarily defined it, but they don't say, they're definitely not one or t'other, but they aren't kind of haven't defined it, but haven't said that they're not, sort of thing. And it's when
I'm kind of just like, you know what, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah,
Let's talk
exactly.
about
And
toast.
that at the end of the day, it doesn't matter, and it's for them, and it's not really my thing, and it's always just like a minor thing that crosses my mind. I'm like, and
but I think
it's not meant in an aggressive way, but it's me being like, but you're not, but that's fine. But and are you just reaching for that as it is the norm? I guess is the thing.
Yeah, that's interesting. I think as well, it can just there is a lot of pressure to kind of label everything, and to also define yourself.
Sorry, but I know
I've known vegetarians that I've seen eat meat. Yeah, it's exactly that. You know, it's you don't have to be so rigid in life, and just because you do something doesn't really, it shouldn't really define you as a person. I've only told my mom and dad that I am non-binary. No one else in my family yet.
No one else, I'm assuming.
No one else in my family yet. Oh, sure. Yeah, I mean, Ash, I think I remember you coming into the chat and giving us your new name and everything, which, by the way, great name choice. Great name choice. But yeah, I can imagine because it's a slightly different thing if you're having gender discoveries.
Oh yeah.
Because that is really quite intrinsic to who you are and who you identify as. I personally, when it comes to sexuality, I'm a bit like, it doesn't really have any effect on my personality. It doesn't have any effect on who I am as a person.
No, it's also more private. I feel like your
who I am exists regardless of
will usually be about who you are presenting, whereas your sexuality is usually only you tell the people around you and then get down to business with a certain person or people. So we're bringing back GSA, baby. Speaking of Ashley,
never left.
GSA is still in the building.
GSA has always been in the building. GSA is like God, okay? Omnipresent.
Okay, was everyone here just for the moment where Ashley compares themselves to God? A good little Catholic Irish girl comparing herself to God.
Oh dear. LGBT, let's get down to business to defeat the Huns.
Defeat the Huns. Yeah, nice. That's
Oh,
very
I
good.
love
Very
that.
nice.
I love that.
So I name my music files when I'm making pieces of music just after what's happening. So I've actually named one after Christopher because I was making it whilst I was listening to UTS, and I needed to save the file as the thing ended. And somebody said "Good night, Christopher," so I named it that, and I sent it to him being like, "It's named after you." I named one after my friend was coming to see me the next day, and his name is Ashley. But it's called Ashley Tomorrow. But whenever I click it, I'm like, did I name one after Ashley Manning? And then I'm like, no, I didn't. But I think it's kind of in spirit.
In spirit, I mean, you say you didn't, but I think you did.
It's pretty badass. You could do a lot worse.
I can't wait to hear it.
I can play it to you now if you'd like to hear it.
Oh, an
exclusive for not even the next album I'm doing. The album after that. Do I have
this is for the album.
Do I have ADHD?
I think.
Do I have ADHD?
Just a smidge.
I mean, I can play you stuff.
I mean, I can't say shit. I'm writing 2 fringe shows at the same time, and I don't even know if I'll be able to do the first one yet. Now, admittedly, they started out as the one show that I realized was too much and needs to be 2 parts. It's 2, whatever the word is for a trilogy that's only 2. There is a word for that. I don't know what it is.
Here we go. There are clever people in the chat. They will tell us.
Yes, somebody. A duology.
It's really just hoping somebody typed in bisexual, but I don't really. But I just really thought it would be funny.
Duology. So, duology.
You're right, mate. You have a little dance. Duology.
I just tripped over the word. I said it right the first time, and then I started thinking about it more. It's a 2-parter, exactly. Richard, right? Christ!
If everyone in the chat could just tell me what they think it should be called, then that would be.
And I haven't written either show. I've written bits for both shows, but I know what they're both called, and I have the posters in my head. Yeah, the show and a sequel. Yes, nice, it really does feel like they're on the same plane, though. Like they're 2 sides of the same coin.
I actually explained it to me, and it's more of a squeakquel. So,
isn't a squeakquel is when you get like Alvin and the Chipmunks to cover version it.
I once spent an entire stream just defending the notion that every sequel is technically a squeakquel, and people would just throw them at me and like explain to them how there was squeakiness in it. Just every film is a squeakquel.
Imagine if you just like released your comedy album as an Alvin and the Chipmunks version.
Actually, I've been thinking about how to name my show next year. And I really want to call it
Squeakquel.
100 songs in an hour 2, the Squeakquel, and then the third one needs to be 100 songs in an hour 3, Tokyo Drift is what I want to call it. But yeah, I think
I'm so on board with that plan, though. Like, I know I shouldn't be encouraging it, but I really want that to happen.
See, John and Chris can get fucked because when I come up with shit ideas, Ashley's like, "Go on then, David." Whereas,
right. So you've shared something. Would you like me to bring it up?
Yeah, I'll just play the beginning of this because as I say, this is, if you can see here, Ashley Tomorrow. It's I think of you when I play this. Don't know if you can hear that.
I can.
This is going to come out next year, hopefully.
That is an absolute bop.
Thank you very much.
So into this.
Yeah. Hope Chris comes back down. Hope Chris is okay.
I hope Chris is okay too.
I believe I made this whilst fucking about immensely. As all the best things I make, I didn't make it with any.
I
good
really
intentions.
thought you were about to say, I believe I made this whilst fucking.
One
In
hand
which
in
case,
the love and one hand
legend.
in the creativity.
GSA approves.
Imagine making an album called "I made this album whilst fucking."
You know what? It would go viral.
Yeah, I'm quite happy with this.
This is. I love this.
Thank you very much. I love how you both speak about your hope of Betts' welfare while bopping about it, you know. We wish for him the best, we wish for everything to be okay and for his beard to be sucked dry every time. This is David's sex tape, but only audio. This is apparently audio porn according to everything else. Oh dear, I'm confused.
This is so good.
I mean, I can also play you some stuff from the album that will come out soon if you would like to hear that.
That's on you if you would like to.
Well, you know,
I
it's
don't
good-
want to make you share stuff that you want to keep for your release and everything.
The fucking money. No, but it's important to build hype.
Sure. Let's build some hype then. You know what? That I'll just bring that off while you
Yeah,
can
cheers.
find
So
whatever
nobody
you'd like.
can see my
Yeah.
preposterous filing system.
I think that one would be really good, as I could see it being the soundtrack to, like, you know, in a heist movie.
Oh yeah.
Where you've got like the scene of them getting all of the everything together for the heist.
I made a montage.
It's a montage, like backing track.
Nothing but montages for the rest of my life. That's what I want. Okay, I want to play this one. I genuinely need. This is the one that I've not played anywhere. I might have played it on my channel once, but this is the one that, like, I went mental and made something a bit mental, and it's either like gonna be something that people love, or they're gonna be like, "What the fuck is this?" So let's see how we get on. Bring it up. This song is called Grandma, everybody. Hope you hear the panning. Boomstick Grease.
This is like a rom-com where the main character woman is like getting her she's all excited going into her new job.
That's yes.
Life is exciting. Nothing's gonna fuck with her. And she's like, it's the scenes of her walking down the street in her new outfit, and she looks all glamorous, and she walks into the building, and she like owns the place. And this is just before she has the meet cute moment with the guy that she's going to absolutely hate when she first meets him.
Oh yes.
But then obviously fall in love with.
But then absolutely fall in love with
She's
him.
gonna like trip over him or something.
Nice.
That's the vibe I got from that one. I like that one too.
Good. I think you missed all of the lyrics that make.
I'm
it
so
fun,
sorry.
That's fine.
I was just getting into the vibe.
You just enjoyed the vibe.
Yeah, I was afraid
Is
the
John
lyrics
playing the
were-
lead?
Yeah, I was just afraid the lyrics were going to ruin my imaginary vision for the song.
Well, I mean, yeah. With all of them, the lyrics come right at the end. But yeah, just yeah. You liked the vibe. That's good.
I loved the vibe. I'm so sorry I spoke over. Oh, let me take that down.
Oh yeah. Oh no, that's fine.
I spoke over your lyrics. I'm so sorry.
No, I don't care. It's fine. It was just funny to me that you were like, you got so. I thought you were just gonna say that and then like pause, but you were so into it. You just kept
I'm
on going.
so
and
into
like,
the scene in my head.
Did you like the music in that chat? I need what we in the business refer to as validation.
Feedback. Oh, validation. Nobody wants actual feedback. Everybody just wants validation. Everybody just wants to hear that you think it's good. There's no such thing as constructive feedback.
That's true. Do I have any other ones that I could play that I mean, that one is weird.
Is John playing the lead here? Oh my god, John Hastings in a rom-com.
Yes, please.
It has to happen.
Falling in love. Yes. Great. Is that not
No, that's so perfect. Like, it's a love story where, like, he's never been able to find love because he's dyspraxic. And then he falls and he meets her. And she's dyspraxic too, and they just keep falling.
Falling in love. And then the sequel is about how they fall in love, but they also shit themselves, and it's called Falling in Love Number 2. And then the third one's called Falling in Love Tokyo Drift. We did it. Yeah.
Basically, the third version of every movie should be called Tokyo Drift.
Oh, yeah. It's a squeak cooler than a Tokyo Drift, please. Hello, Spite Shoonerism. You got me. I was about to call you something else. Thank you very much for your validation, chat. I really needed it.
Getting chased by Canadian geese. What? Oh, as in John is falling over, getting chased by Canadian geese? Is that the suggestion?
Part of the meet cute is that they're getting chased by Canadian geese, and then they run into each other and fall over because we're so mean. because of Canadian geese.
We're so mean.
They fall over. They
Tokyo drifting apart. John's divorce. Imagine if every rom-com just had a sequel that was the divorce.
Baldy,
the divorce version.
I'm standing ovation, Baldy. Very good. Very, very good.
That's excellent, Baldy.
I was just gonna say they fall over in each other's arms, then look each other in the eye and go, "Sorry about that."
Oh dear, falling in love. Sometimes you've got to really focus to grasp it.
I'll play you one more. It has no real lyrics, so you don't have to worry about destroying it. Ashley,
are you ready for me to bring it up?
We just said too many innuendos. And I was like, oh, okay, no, sorry. Right, carry on with your life. Sorry, everyone. Sorry.
Okay, what's this one called?
This one's called Mucky Pup.
Okay.
Oh, you mucky pup.
Ooh.
So the album's
just in time.
Here he is. The album's going to be called Irredeemable Filth, so I'm just spelling out the words.
DEEMABLE. Oh, Kimbers is loving it.
IRRE DEEM.
This is amazing.
ABLE. Filth.
Buddy, I can see this being sampled in a club. And people getting gross. Full Matrix.
Everybody just sucking each other's beards.
Yeah.
Look at that full circle.
That's what they also do to each other. Anyway,
I mean, can you hear me twice? I'm hearing my own head.
I could hear myself twice.
I can only hear you once.
I think we're getting our sound through David's sound.
Oh shit! Sorry.
ABLE. Filth.
This is so much longer than 30 seconds.
Mm-hmm. This is the padded intro song that I have on every one of my albums. I believe on the last album, the intro track on my album was literally called Padding. Because I was just like...
IRRE.
This
By the way,
is such a absolute tune.
ABLE.
Podcast listeners, you should know that all you're missing is Ashley vibing.
And Chris juicing.
Always. ABJ. Always juicing.
That's class.
The only thing that might get added to that is I want to add a little rap to it, but what I found out is not many words rhyme with filth other than milf, dilf, gilf. So,
Gilfoyle, but like with a pause.
Where's the
Yeah.
wrong with filth? Oh, where's
Not
MC
much.
Hammersmith when you need him?
Hello, MC Hammersmith. Is everything okay, Chris? Are you okay?
Yeah, just some family stuff. So just had
Yeah,
to take
no,
that call. Yeah, all as well.
Absolutely no worries.
Elf, according to Beardy Noise, elf.
Filth.
Yeah,
elf.
that's a soft ass
soft
rhyme.
rhyme.
That's
It's
what we
a
call it. We in the business try to is a half rhyme. You're half right.
That's such a great tune. I really, really
Thanks.
like.
Very fun.
So
I
as I say,
want
the
to
idea
be
is
drunk, slut dropping to that in a club right now.
Filth.
I really do.
if you could all, if you could all show me a video once it's been released of you slut dropping to it, that would be really good for my promotion.
I like that would also be if I've been doing this thing lately where when I hear music, I try and imagine it being played super, super loudly
Yeah.
in like a class venue as you're walking on stage.
Dope.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
And that would actually be really fun to walk on stage too.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's fantasized about what they'd walk out to with Live at the Apollo, and I'm always like, it would be fun to walk out to all of these songs, but also it would be really fun to just walk out to something I made that was either that or really fucking stupid. Just me being like, I'm walking out onto stage now, Live at the Apollo.
It would be that would be such great walk-on music.
Great.
I like that. What's
Love it.
Ashley? What's the song that you think you'd walk out to? What's your
So
vibe?
I'm trying to like figure this out. I'm trying to like figure out the vibe of my show for next year, and I think that listening to songs and maybe figuring out what your walk-on music and picturing that kind of beginning energy of a show is kind of useful. What's slut dropping?
Sorry, I got completely distracted there.
All right, Ashley, zoom out. Get it done. Show the people.
I'm not doing it.
You're
I'm
going
not
full
doing it.
screen. Show the people.
I'm not doing it. I'm sure there's a great clip online of some. Oh, David's going to give us an example.
There we go. Everybody gets one.
Softest slut drop. Oh dear.
Everybody gets one.
So yeah, I've been trying to like figure out what this kind of beginning of the show vibe is for my show, and to be honest, I still have no idea. But there's a cover of My Milkshake or Milkshake.
Yeah.
There's a
classic.
cover of that by. Let me just bring it up.
I was discussing how great that album was the other day on my stream.
Sufjan Stevens. Is it Sufjan Stevens singing "Milkshake" by
Is it
Khalees?
Enya?
Yeah.
No, it's like a super
My
like,
milkshake bring to the
house
boys to
remix
the
of it.
It's what's that? I couldn't hear you
it's like
over
a super-
David's sick Enya impression.
It's like a super house remix by I don't know if this is a band or a DJ or what. It's called TRFN.
I will never
Remix.
I will never hear that name again. That's all right.
Yeah. TRFN remix of Milkshake. And it's such a like shitty house music version of the song. But I just like if you close your eyes and imagine the lights go down in a room and this just starts playing.
And then you
I'm
go
just
down
like,
in the room.
Yeah.
Yeah. Slut
Yeah.
drops.
Oh, okay.
Slut
This is
drop.
actually dope. I found
Isn't it cool, David?
I'll put it in the chat. For everybody.
I would play it, maybe on a Patreon episode or something, but we'll
No
get
crimes must be
cancelled
committed
or
in the name
something.
of this stream.
Yeah, we're not allowed
So
to play
many-
the music, but
so many
honestly,
crimes.
it's so. There's just something about like it's just. I don't know. I think it's a great. I just think it's a great. Yeah, if you close your eyes and just imagine it super loud in a venue, I think it sounds really cool.
Yes.
Dope.
But also, it depends on the room because if I played that in a really shitty, tiny fringe room,
Even better. Even better.
So
to me.
good. So extra confidence. You lean into
Yeah.
it. That's
Just
right.
out of like a tiny little like USB
Yeah.
Bluetooth wireless speaker.
holding this like JBL thing. Just
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
this
yeah.
as you walk in the room.
Just drop it in, going.
That would be really fun.
Angela Lansbury used to walk out to the.
That's so funny.
I remember
Chris,
when I was
you have yours?
trying to pick my pre-show music for my first ever Fringe hour, and I was sitting with Sadaf, and I was like, I'm thinking between these ones, and I played her 3 songs, and she just burst out laughing, and she's like, those are 3 of the saddest songs I've ever heard in my life, and I was like, no, but the lyrics are really good, and she was like, no one cares.
Nobody's gonna be listening. Oh, that's great.
I learned.
I'm kind of torn between doing music that.
Hey, we got a raid.
Oh, cool, Matt Blair. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in, viewers.
What's up, Matt
Here's
Blair?
a raid video.
Welcome, Raiders.
Trying some raid. Welcome to the Untitled Twitch stream with John and Chris and Ashley. Stick around and give us a follow. You are awesome.
J'adore Matt Blair. J'adore. What a guy.
Yes, Matt Blair. Thank you so much for the raid. New viewers, if you reload, I keep hearing people do this lately. It's like if you go back and come into the stream again, then we actually
refresh the page. You count
refresh
towards the viewing figures, please.
Thank you, David.
I
didn't really know exactly the details of that.
David, are you hearing? Thank you very much for following Shorty McStumpy. David, are you hearing a lot of interference on Ashley's mic, or is that my headphone?
Or is that me?
Do some more talking.
Am I
Ashley?
too close to it?
It's right now. You can't miss it. So it's got to be my headphone.
No.
Then. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Good.
But you're not getting it from me.
Oh, speak again.
Hello. Are you getting it also from me?
Yes. Welcome to the Untitled Twitch stream. We always have tech problems.
Always, always.
Moscow Coin.
Yeah,
Hi, Nino. Actually, Nino came into my Monday morning motivation stream and was just like, we were just like, what are you talking about? I was like, oh, can everyone just say something nice happened to her over the weekend? And she was like, oh, I don't know if I can say. And then basically just revealed that she went to a party that ended up getting quite fucking sexy. And we were like, congratulations, Nino.
DSA approves.
Just really made me laugh. It was like, well, I don't know if I can say. And you're like, you're alluding to it. So.
I love it when the vibe of a party just switches. You know? You know when it you don't even have to acknowledge it, but the whole party is just like, oh, this party just changed.
Yeah, there's something in the air now. Oh,
Yeah.
everybody's
It's your penis.
what's going on? Yeah. Who sprayed these pheromones everywhere? You motherfuckers.
Ooh. I fucking love a party. I'm so up for going clubbing or something at the moment. I really, really want to get shit-faced drunk.
I really nearly said something really off. I always think of really dirty jokes. I really nearly think of dirty jokes to say to you.
This is the
Ashley,
show to say it, though.
I know, but what happens is I go like, oh, and then I just bail completely. I was going to say, if you got an idea to go partying, you could say it's got a strangle on you. And then I was like, I can't say that. That's probably going to be too much.
It's also very much a reach.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, it's not only rude, but it's bad.
Yeah, it's not a good joke, but I appreciate it nonetheless.
Thank you.
I think Chris is frozen.
That's my vibe. Oh,
Chris is frozen.
Damn, Chris being frozen.
I love that we just didn't notice for a while. We
were just too busy analyzing how shit my joke was. Teenage parties I went to in the 90s had much fewer inhibitions than they do these days. Oh. I'm not even going to do this. It's about to make another bad joke.
Who needs inhibitions?
Oh no, Matt already got it. Not that I go to teenage parties today.
You don't need inhibitions, kids. Lose all of them. Do drugs. Don't bother with school. Do drugs. The world's gonna end in a few years. Who's the fuck's telling kids to stay in school anymore?
Allegedly, just getting around the terms of service. Allegedly. Allegedly.
Exactly, Spite Schoonerism. They're holding you back. Your inhibitions are just
unlucky 15-year-olds these days.
Unlucky, yeah.
I'm getting on my feet again. I'm crushing it today.
There is some top quality callbacks going on this evening.
The
This
jokes
is what
from the
happens to your
chat are
teacher
much better
training.
than the
Yeah,
jokes
I
from the
basically
comedians.
just kept telling all of my students to do drugs, so that's why I couldn't become a teacher.
The Turley God coming
it's
in hot there.
Tuck. Hey Tuck,
Tuck
how's it
coming
going?
in hot there.
Hey, bitches.
I was with young Tom
Except
not a few
in
weeks
Tom's accent, it's not "Hey bitches."
ago. Hey bitches! That's my Tom impression. Hi.
You make Tom sound like a puppet,
Is he not? Is he not? Just
like Rosie, Jim, and Tom Tuck. Like
they play
Chris, you had
their
some
games.
issues.
Yeah, the internet went full out.
You froze. You froze for so long before we realized.
You froze like this.
I'm very stoic in general. It makes it difficult to know when I'm lagging.
Yeah.
Hey, Tuck.
Oh, but
Poor
hey,
mouth.
can we just take a moment, because I mean, Chris and I were kind of chatting during the week about the fact that we both got new phones. Look at the quality.
Also, look at the phone quality.
Hey.
Hey.
What a charmer.
He's a
You and
sexy
that.
man.
No wonder it's a whore mouth. Look at that. That's
David is on top form this evening.
I've had a very good weekend. I went and saw my girlfriend's brother perform in HMS Pinafore, the Gilbert and Sullivan.
Oh, the one that.
Okay, that was a lot of words that I didn't understand. Is that a place?
It's the one. It's the one that's Bart tricked Sideshow Bob into singing when they were on the boat, and he needed to get him to the
first thing I did when we left the theater was watch that back and go, because the second song in is "Poor Little Buttercup." Poor little buttercup. And I was like, why do I know that? And then I was like, oh shit, it's The Simpsons. Have you heard of Gilbert and Sullivan, Ashley?
You must have heard of Gilbert and Sullivan.
I do know the name, but I don't really know what it is.
So famous.
In the date with standing Gilbert and Sullivan.
Oh, speaking of
19th
not
century.
knowing who people are, I am currently working with a 19-year-old, and today he did not know who Kelly Clarkson is.
Totally fair.
She's finally been erased. No, here's what's going to happen is he's going to go, oh, the chat show host. And you're going to go,
yeah.
Yeah, but he didn't even do that. And I was just like, oh, I thought she was still like in the know with the kids because of this show, but apparently not.
That show
But
is for
literally,
moms.
the
That show
song,
is
the
for
song
moms.
"Since You've Been Gone" was being played by a guitarist, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is such a great song!" And he was just like, "I have no idea what this song is,"
Mm-hmm.
and I was just like, "Sorry, what?"
Yeah, Ashley,
I
now you know what
forgot-
it's like
I
to make a
forgot your
podcast with you.
That's fair. That's
boom.
That's completely fair.
Gotcha. You've been zinged.
Kelly Clarkson.
Do you like a tray? Because it just got served. I like Jiggly Chris. He's very jiggly. So between 1871 and 1896, Gilbert and Sullivan made some of the most popular
Didn't miss a
comedy
beat.
operas.
Look at this guy.
Comedy
What a pro.
operas. Actually,
Mhm.
I cannot
Okay.
begin to undersell how much they are comedy operas.
Yeah, heavy on the opera part though.
Like you go operettas, according to Beardy. But like I would describe them now to somebody who hasn't seen one. I went to go see one a few years ago that her brother did, which was actually the last one they did. And by that stage, they both hated each other, and it was mental. But this
Dope.
one was actually a lot more coherent. But if you imagine that, like, there's lots of songs in it, but they're all opera. So rather than, it's like going to see a musical, but rather than them singing, they're like, and all the female songs are like, and like, you can't understand the fucking word they're saying.
That's brilliant.
And they're all kind of like a bit bawdy for 1871.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was very like vaudeville adjacent in terms of they were like, a little bit of a wink, a little bit of a slap and tickle.
You hear jokes from like the 1950s that are supposed to be like really rude, and they're not rude at all. Imagine that, but it's like 60 years before that.
Okay.
Like, a sailor.
Oh yeah, sailors are filthy.
Yeah.
That's still true. I like that. That's still true. Sailors,
So you
No,
sailors never got
sailors
any
are not.
cleaner.
Nah, they're not. They're
Disgusting,
not that bad.
disgusting people.
They're just rich.
No, they're not. I used to, because I've told you before, I used to race sailboats, right?
Sure.
And so I used to party with these fucking guys. They're weirdos. They're
Yeah.
weirdos.
There's a reason why you can do weird shit in international waters.
Yeah, that was because sailors were going to do it anyway, and they were like, you know what?
They may as well make it
Push it
legal.
out.
This
Put
is
it
not-
out
this,
there.
This is well beyond my jurisdiction. It's
Let's
in the
make
sea.
sure they do it offshore.
Yeah, where can I make this not my problem?
Sure.
There's an imaginary line in the sea here. Go fuck whatever you want over there. Yeah. So yeah, it was
I have
really good
totally,
to watch.
I'm not gonna lie, I have totally, and I don't know if any of the listeners feel the same. I have completely and utterly lost the thread of this conversation.
Gilbert and Sullivan. It's Gilbert and Sullivan. Their body.
baby. So
Body
I
others.
can't remember why I mentioned it, but
You saw your sister's boyfriend?
You were saying you had a good
girlfriend's
weekend.
brother. I had a good weekend because I saw
Girlfriend's brother.
him doing the thing, and he did so well in it, and I'm so proud of him because he said he had a small part and he was on stage for like 90% of it, had songs of his own, had loads of lines, and he was like, yeah, but I wasn't one of the big parts. They're like, you're on the fucking whole time, smashing it. It was great, but it's still I kind of want to work on a bit about it because basically, like, me and Cleo were like the youngest people in the audience by about 20 to 30,000 years, and everybody there was old as fuck, and we're all like trying to quiz us about Gilbert and Sullivan, thinking we were Gilbert and Sullivan fans when actually we were just supporting her brother, and they know they were like, and we went to the theater in Penzance or wherever the original Gilbert and Sullivan theater, but they just said the name of the theater without referencing what it was and just stared at our eyes, being like,
Chris is gone again.
Chris is gone again.
Did your girlfriend's brother play Sideshow Bob?
Yes, he did. Well, he sang most of the songs that we sail the ocean blue. We're sober men and true. It's got the what never, oh never, what never.
I'm just taking him
hardly
straight
ever.
off. That noise was horrible.
That was a big
I'll give him another
I think
chance.
what I was just saying is I'm just in high spirits because I saw somebody that I love do something really well, and I'm like,
That's cool.
golly,
It is
did
really
great.
fun when you see your friends do well.
Yeah, see your friend smash it, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, nice.
Yeah.
Which is good. Oh,
Okay, noise is gone. Cool.
So this is the problem that I found with my new Bluetooth headphones, because I was talking to someone on the phone walking down the street the other day, and she was like, you sound like you're surrounded by monsters. And there's just like an atmospheric, so I need to look into why that is.
that is all
That was a
Bluetooth
helicopter.
headphones. Nice. All Bluetooth headphones pick up the middle frequency, and therefore, like, I'll be on the phone walking down the street, and my mum or whoever I'm talking to will be like, "Why? What is that? You're being attacked!" I'm like, an ambulance is like 100 yards away, and it's like they just pick up the middle. And my friend will just hang up if he knows I'm speaking on my Bluetooth headphones because he just can't deal with it.
Yeah. There's the
So it's-
science.
Yeah, here comes the science.
Oh, he's gone again. I'm just.
Now you've gone again. We're Alan Partridge and Chris. Chris is
Oh,
purely-
wow. I took him off after he kind of froze there. And then I'm the only one that's able to see the backstage at the moment. And his whole video just like caught up in a second. So it's
Oh,
just like a
nice.
really speedy little Chris video.
Yeah.
And
That
he's
is just
totally
his true
frozen
speed.
still there.
Oh, really? Chris's true
Yeah.
speed is really fast. I've seen him. He's a fast guy.
Yeah. Speedy Gonzalez.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever done any
Yo, sorry about that. That was me coming and going from my Wi-Fi.
I see.
Have you ever done any stage acting, either of you?
Yeah, I was in plays in high school.
Nice. What sort of roles did you play?
I played Hamlet.
Did you get to say the line? Oh, he's gone again.
He's gone.
He didn't get to say the line because he froze.
Because he froze live on stage.
To be.
Yeah, and it just went really fast then. I don't think. I think he's back. Yeah, you look
Sorry
a bit
about that.
clearer now.
But there was a great moment when you froze. David froze mid, and so I thought that he was like doing a bit where.
Well, the
you,
thing
like,
is, we
reacted
actually
in
did do
sadness.
that, but you did freeze.
That is excellent. Yeah, but I think I've talked about this on the show before, where it was like I was technically Hamlet, but it was like a spoof of Hamlet called the Omelet Murder Mysteries.
Oh yeah, that's why we have this.
Oh wow! Did you
Yes.
mean omelet?
Yes.
Yeah. The omelet
Like a bad
murder
Google search.
mysteries.
Yeah, because the detective investigating the murder couldn't pronounce Hamlet. I guess he kept calling me
Sure.
Omelet. It was so
Oh,
weird.
Canada! What
It was
will you
such
do
a
next?
bad play. Really a bad play.
That's so funny. I think I would quite like to do stage acting.
Great.
Did you do school plays?
So I did parish plays when I was really, really small, and they
This
were
sounds
not.
dark.
No, they weren't really plays. They were kind of musical things, and you would just be part of the crowd of
Cool.
kids that were singing.
Yeah.
So I was an elephant in the Jungle Book. I
Right.
was Jessie in Toy Story, but
Okay.
like
Guessing how good that
among
elephant song was today. Me and my
among
girlfriend.
a whole bench of Jessies. Like there wasn't just one Jessie.
Oh, you were the toy store. You were the
Yeah.
unbought Jessie. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Wait,
then,
a stage version of Toy Story 2?
yeah, but it was just the music.
Oh, well,
What?
that's sad.
That's more confusing. So there was
It's
no
so
story?
confusing. It was
Was
there
Randy
no
Newman
story.
not
it was
there?
Just, it was just like 5-year-olds singing and dressing up. Like it was the Chris.
Oh.
It was like the school panto-y play thing, but it was rural Ireland. We had a little parish hall, which is still to this day painted with my paintings.
Oh, very cool.
Because when I was the only kid in
can't
my
fault
school,
genius.
I was the only kid in my class, and by the time I got to the end of my schooling, I had done it all. I had done all the primary curriculum, and they were just like, "We have nothing for you to do." So they got me to paint the sheds of the school, which have both been knocked down now to make new extensions. But the parish hall, I painted the parish hall, and it's still my painting.
That's
cool.
amazing.
Me, I
I really
painted
hope
it.
they went, fuck you, Ashley, as they knocked down the sheds.
Well, when one of the sheds was still there, I went to pick up my neighbor's kids from school, and I told them, you know, I painted that shed when I was still in school here. And the kid just looked at me and I was just like, what? I thought they were hundreds of years old.
And you went. I mean, when you said that you were 5 and that you did Toy Story 2 as a play, that made me
Yeah.
feel a little bit old because I was
Yeah.
like, but then it's not actually, I was still came out when I was like 9, but I was still a bit
Yeah.
like,
Well, I don't know. I can't fully remember exactly how old I was. I was probably, yeah. I don't know. These were over a few years. There was Jungle Book when we were really like, I barely remember Jungle Book. I
Yeah.
remember Toy Story a bit, but I wasn't that old. And then I think the last one I did was Fame, which was so fun.
Oh.
It was really,
Did
really
you do
fun
any
'cause-
high kicks?
Probably.
Do you have like tights on, but then those loose like ankle warmers
Leg
that they
warmers,
wear?
yeah.
Yeah.
I had leg warmers. I used
Yeah,
to wear
oversized
leg
sweater
warmers.
on top. Great.
I used to wear leg warmers non-ironically.
Yeah, that checks out. I can see that.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, 100%.
Arm warmers too. Arm warmers.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to say was I was cold a lot as a child.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but it was also a way to like assert your like they would be black leg warmers that I'd wear with my school uniform. But it was like fashion.
The independent flourishes.
The independent flourishes, exactly.
Yeah.
They couldn't make me take them off because I'd be like, it's cold.
Smart, functional. That's good work.
Fashionable and functional.
Fashionable and functional.
I have such clear evidence of how much my puberty affected my body. Where before
Where is this going?
Yeah, I have no idea where this is going.
Oh, sorry, are we not in therapy right now? Okay, sorry. Okay.
No, but I just don't understand this so far.
Give me a second.
That's my new favorite, completely random segue. That's excellent. What?
My in year 5 and 6, I was given solos in the school penal stretch. I think I saw them at a download festival. I was given singing solos to sing in the school play when I was in like year 5 and 6, when I was like 10 and 11, because my singing was so good. Never asked to sing much from the time my balls dropped.
That happens to a lot of people. That's the story of Menudo the boy band.
Mm-hmm.
They just kept replacing every time someone got puberty. That kid was out of the group, and they bring in a new one so he could hit those fucking high notes.
That's
Wow.
again Simpsons.
Yeah.
Homer Simpson singing the and then just drops down. That's why they had eunuchs, which the more you think about eunuchs, the more you know about eunuchs, the more you're like, fucking nope, no thank you.
Absolutely wild. Well, also they did it because, like, what's the easiest way to like trick a dude is the honey trap. You know, is you just get a beautiful woman to be like, "What's up?" And he's like, "I will tell you all of the king's secrets." So, you know, it's a safe guy to keep around. It's like, give him money, don't make him not want sex. Done.
Cut his balls off, make him sing very high.
It's insane.
Yeah,
But I see the logic. There's a rudimentary logic to it.
Have you ever heard the recording of somebody who's been eunuched?
No.
It's
Do they
so
still do
high.
that?
No. There's like one recording of. I was taught about this in one of my many music lessons, where they kind of basically were like, because it happened such a long time ago, there's not really much evidence of the actual recording, but there's like one, and it's so high. You're like, what the? It's like Mariah Carey would be happy to get that high.
Wow.
You know.
Wow. Wait, is a castrati a real term?
I think that's the cars they drove.
Because like I saw Boomstick rewrote it, and that made me laugh. And then Beardy Noise put in, no, but there's an ancient recording of a castrati. I'm like, what the fuck? So that's like, that can't be real.
Real. I'm gonna Google it.
A male singer castrated in boyhood as so to retain his soprano or alto voice. The practice of castration was banned in 1903.
I have castrato.
Late, isn't it? Yes.
That's wild.
I think it's this. Get it up, because that won't be. That's well.
Yeah, pull that
outside
shit
of-
up. Yeah, that is public domain.
That's absolutely.
This baldest man
wild.
belongs to us now. Can you? Yeah.
Yeah. Castrato is a type of classical male singing voice equivalent to that of a soprano, mezzo-soprano, or contralto, which are all the female singers. Is that right?
No, those are just the different ranges that people sing in.
Yeah, there's
castrato is a type of classical male singing voice equivalent. The voice is produced by castration of the singer before puberty. Who?
Yeah. It's bad.
Or due to an endocrinological condition, never reaches sexual maturity. How lucky would you be?
Imagine like if it had been that. This might not hit with you. If there's any North Americans, and if like during like The Price is Right, if that was still happening, and Bob Barker ended every show with "Have your singers spayed or neutered," that would be.
Just every time they go about the balls, higher or lower.
Imagine if it was like
on Beardy Noise's link, because you'll be able to bring it up, because it'll be.
Play that.
I can't click on it.
Oh,
would you be able to copy it and paste it into the private chat for me?
Got it. Actually, no, you can't. Oh man, yeah.
Adam Levine with a cone on his
I got it. I got it.
Adam Levine with a cone on his head.
Okay.
Just the phrase "or some kind of unlucky industrial accident." It's just a beautiful sentence, and also
taken out of context.
Also plausible considering the era Absolutely plausible.
So hopefully this is something we can play. But yeah, so this is apparently the one recording of a castrato singer.
Sounds just like a piano.
Chris working on his TikToks again.
I'm getting rid of Chris for that.
That's land. That's my impression of Chris.
Listen, that's pretty cool, but it's not worth your life.
Yeah. Your balls more than your life.
That's quite beautiful, that note, though.
Yeah. You know, is it worth these 2 testicles?
All right,
Crazy,
that's enough.
isn't
We
it?
get it.
Okay.
Ashley's entranced. Ashley's like, but no balls? No. Not even one ball? If he does one ball, can he get halfway there?
It's sort of, it sounds like it's rigorously, like there's a lot of training gone into just hit the notes rather than like some of the lower register stuff is not sang very well. So it's like literally just being able to hit the high notes.
Yeah.
Is
And
all that was important.
Yes, and it's kind of like, you know, it's like a purpose-built human designed.
Mhm.
They were chosen at that age to have their nuts chopped off and then trained. So
Told it was a great honor.
Mhm.
Told, well, you're so lucky that we're going to chop your balls off.
That is some serious grooming right there.
Really, like, wow, what a gift we've bestowed upon you that you can entertain us at the
Won't be
expense of
needing
adulthood.
these.
I wonder, do they get to keep their balls?
What, in like
No, there's a guy. There's one guy.
There's a guy
got
who's
all
like
their
keeping
balls.
all of the balls.
You know Scrooge McDuck diving
And
into...
it turns out that the whole thing is actually just a scam so that he can collect balls.
Yeah, he was 3D chess. This guy's playing. He's how do I get those balls?
You know in Blade Runner where the guy goes, I just do eyes. I'm just imagining it. I just do balls.
Was anesthesia a thing back then? I mean, I'm imagining it was just like
Is it milk of the poppy?
what?
Milk
As
of the
in-
poppy. You never heard that? It's like if you jerk the stem of a poppy, then milk comes out the center, and that's why we wear them, is to remember what was given to generations. Did you not know that? Milk of the poppy?
I'm not having it. I just
I don't like the fact that
see.
the,
I know that this is probably the thing.
Yeah.
But I didn't enjoy that story, Chris.
What?
I can't
What?
believe you made something sexual and Ashley was like, no. No.
It's just the word.
Not having it.
It's milk. Oh no.
Gotta suck it out of that poppy dry.
Yeah, milk. Yeah.
How did you remove those? Actually, no, let's not do that.
It was probably just like a really quick what's the word?
Guillotine?
Fondle.
It goes.
No, when you
eunuch.
Cauterized.
Oh, we heat up the blade and then
cut. Yeah.
cut right.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. And then like a lot of booze or something. Like, you know, and like milk of the poppy was a real thing. I mean, you didn't jerk off the flower to get it, but it was it's basically what opium is.
Yeah.
And so you would take that as a painkiller, and that's very old. But probably booze.
Yeah.
A lot of booze. That's Civil War era. We're about to saw your leg off. Here's a bottle of gin.
Yeah. Oh God, some people really went through some shit before modern medicine, didn't they?
Mm-hmm. It's a marvel.
I'm so glad I didn't live in the past.
I mean,
so glad.
I'd like to point out that I had no painkillers when I got my jaw broken. So
You didn't even know it was happening. There was
I
nothing.
didn't even know it was going to happen.
That would have tipped the doctor's hand. Can't have that.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah, that sounds horrible.
It
That's one of those
kinda
things where
was.
you hear, you know, of course, it's one of those things where you hear it and your brain, my ADHD
You kind of have to
brain
go. Yeah.
went,
Oh, I'd 100% boomstickery. I would not survive in any other time period than the one I was born into.
Yeah, no. Post-Nazi scientists. That's the
Post-Nazi
only
science,
era
yeah.
that Ashley
We're
could live in.
having this episode is pure callbacks.
Yeah. Well,
Chris,
you know,
when you
like,
left earlier, we were talking about the like the social implications of your sucking juices out of your beard story, and how really it's such a healthy story because it just shows how many ways to be attractive there are, and how
and sexually
like
explore.
yeah, and how media conventional attractiveness is bullshit, and it just makes us all feel bad about ourselves. But actually, being sexy is
Mhm.
just not.
Sometimes it's sucking a beard dry with
It's sucking a
vigor.
beard dry.
It was so fucking hot. But there was this it's still, I mean, it was 20, I think it was like 24 when it happened. This is 14 years ago, and I'm still like, way to go, lady. I was watching, so I joined TikTok the other day because I can't do that many shows, so I'm trying to like do stuff in other ways.
Yeah.
And
I did see that you joined TikTok, and for all the grief that you give about like their privacy regulations and stuff.
I have a phone that's the only thing on it. I don't have anything else on that phone.
Wild. Is that what you've used your old phone for?
Yep, it's my TikTok phone now. There's nothing else on there.
Wow.
Yep.
You got like a burner phone for TikTok.
Yeah, 100%. They can eat my ass. They're getting
When
nothing.
Chris leaves TikTok, he's just going to see him like in a trench coat walking past. He's just going to drop it in a bin and be gone.
Yeah, that's
Into
a
the
wrap.
night.
You'll never see me again.
On TikTok.
That's
yeah,
making
no,
me
it's
think I should do the same with my phone, but maybe it's too late. They're already on my new one.
You can always just, stop giving them new stuff, I mean, you do you, but one thing that I loved about, I was just watching to sort of see what it would recommend for me and what, like, trying to find different stuff. And I went into this, like, this photographer, sort of like area of TikTok, I guess.
Nice.
And one video that came up a few times was the photographer being like, photogenic is not a thing. It's not a thing. If you look bad in photos, it's because the person taking the photo of you didn't make you feel comfortable. Like,
Yes.
as soon
And
as you're
lighting,
confident
right?
and yourself, you look great.
Yeah.
You look great in that. And so it was just like photographers just talking about different things. Like one of them used 2 different pictures of Brad Pitt, and one of them he's like, here he is as a young guy. He's clearly handsome, but this photo sucks. Look, he's dead behind the eyes because he doesn't know what the hell he's doing because he's like this 18-year-old beautiful idiot. And they showed a picture of him now, and he's like, look at his eyes now. Look at how he understands what his face is. He knows what he looks like. And he's clearly, like, he was always handsome, but he's way better looking as a 55-year-old man than he is as a, like, young twink in this picture. And it was just really nice. It was a cool thing to hear.
When I've been taking photos recently, when people say like smile, I tend to make them smile and then say a joke or like undermine what they're doing, because they'll go from like to actually laughing, and then you get so much nicer photos when people are going like.
Are you a photographer as well? Do you just do a full package for people?
Oh, he's got a full package, Ashley.
No, I don't. It's more when I say for people, I mean like taking a photo of my girlfriend and her mum and her brother on a bench, where they were all like,
yeah.
And it would have been fine. I got 3 photos of it being fine, and then the third one, they're not even looking at the camera; they're looking at each other, being like this fucking asshole. But they're all laughing and smiling, and it's a really nice photo.
That's
that's lovely.
David, the full package whore. I will take it.
I mean, when you say it out loud, it sounds worse.
It does.
That's the David Hoare guarantee. I'm just gonna go get some water. I'll be back in a second.
Okay.
No, I'm the only one that's allowed to leave this show. Come back indiscriminately.
Yeah, we were just saying that there's just so many different ways to be attractive and to
for sure.
Oh, some of the sexiest stuff you don't even know. Because David passed comment that like earlier that day, if somebody had said, "Would you find it hot if someone sucked like juices out of your beard?"
Their own juices.
Their own juices. You probably would have said like, no, maybe, but it was more the event of it,
the moment, and the enthusiasm, and the confidence, the total lack of hesitation, the absolute, like, this is what's happening. Like, amazing. Yeah, it was phenomenal. Yeah, great stuff.
With a vigor.
Yeah, there's very much like when you're young, a lot of it is like physical, because you don't know any better, and then it'll be like, well, like I guess more like personality starts to come in when you get a little bit older, and then when you get even, then it's like it's looks and personality, but then it's also just like that, like, I know exactly who I am. It's so hot. It's so hot.
Was this the who you find attractive?
Yeah, just like the progression of it, like how it gets like a little bit deeper, and now just meeting someone, they're like, yeah, this is who I am and what I do, and it's like I love that, and none of that's gonna work for me, but congratulations, amazing. Yeah.
Have you seen the Brendan Burns thing where he's got like a girl in the front row who's like in her early 20s, and you're like, you are clearly objectively hot and you do fucking nothing for me, and then goes to a lady in like her mid-40s like, see, stuff has happened to her face, much hotter.
Yeah. Yeah, young people's skin's too tight. It freaks me out. I don't understand.
I'm trying to combat the wrinkles.
It's too tight. I don't like it. It's creepy. Why is your skin so
tight
taut?
skin?
Yeah. Yeah.
Just needs a bit of sag.
No, just a little bit of, room to breathe. It's weird. It's weird. You look vacuum sealed. I don't like it.
Chris Betts likes them loose.
Yeah. The jowls, he means.
Oh dear.
The jowlsy pop. No, let's not do that. I'm really on the first thought that come out of my brain, sort of tiredness right now. So. She's like, not digging it. Well, what the fuck did you just do there, Chris?
Notifications. I got a bunch of.
Oh, I thought you just did like the white power symbol into your thing, and I was like, fuck.
I hate that that's the white power symbol, because I love doing that. I love
Yeah.
hey, okay, buddy.
So
It's all
I grew up.
it's very pure, like 1950s, but like the fun, like Little Rascals type stuff.
Yeah.
I grew up with
that's
this. This is a diving symbol. So like underwater.
Yeah,
So-
were you like, no black people under the ocean? That was what you're doing.
Ashley hates modern Disney.
So I grew up, my folks were scuba divers. I've mentioned that a few times, but we grew up learning the safety hand signals that you give when you're under the water, because you need to be able to communicate with one another, but you all have breathing apparatus and you can't talk underwater. So, you would, this is like, are you okay? Are you okay? And then so a thumbs up does not mean thumbs up under the water. Thumbs up means we need to go up. This is like, I'm not really okay. And then
That's down, isn't it? You want to go up, you want to go down. Isn't it?
no, I think I actually can't remember, but
Oh, I don't know then.
if you
Sitting here to make a lot of jokes about Ashley's parents right now.
if
Yeah,
you
go
do
on.
this, if you do this back, you're basically
You've not
saying
got a lot
I'm
of shows
good,
to go to, Chris.
I'm
Get out of
okay,
here.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's it just meant like, hey, okay. That's what it meant
Yeah.
on the land as well, not just for the Poseidon.
Yeah.
But
it's
it was,
definitely still used in diving.
Just so you know, Ashley, we've been using this on land as well for a while.
All right. I'll just take myself off.
No.
Yeah, get back under the sea.
The thing is, she's the only one with the power to remove and bring herself back, which is hilarious. Oh,
That's exciting. I only turned it sideways. Why am I upside down now? Oh no. Oh, I'm upside down on my. What? Well, this is just a good ass time.
this
I
is
thought
what
it might
Twitch is great
turn.
for.
I thought it might turn and fill the screen as opposed to being the thin. Like I thought it might adjust in StreamYard and then
Yeah.
No,
make
it
me
doesn't
broad like
do
you
that.
guys. It
Oh, you
doesn't
might
do it,
need
does
to
it?
turn on auto rotate on your phone.
No, I don't
No,
think
like-
it does it on StreamYard.
Let's see. Where are we at? Oh, David's a genius.
Full package horse strikes again.
Oh, look at that.
That is wild. I'm
smart.
so like all the time.
You're not allowed to go under the ocean, David. We need your brains here. You can't.
Okay. I want to go on land again, please. Boomstickery said Ashley Mermanning, and I really like it.
That is kind of good.
Oh, the kind of lovely. Sorry.
Did anybody else? I meant to bring this up last week, but Velma's gay now.
Yeah. Now, come on now.
Yeah.
I mean, has always been. Always been.
Yeah.
But it's now acknowledged. And I'm
Yes.
so. I honestly, it made my day.
Oh, really?
It absolutely, like,
Have you been saying
the-
jinkies a lot?
yeah. I mean, I've always said jinkies. But I just Linda Cardellini's Velma in the Scooby-Doo movie
Mm-hmm.
was a moment for me. And so
I mean, Linda Cardellini and everything is
in everything.
She's just so
Yeah.
hot.
Except maybe Legally Blonde. She's like a fuzzy weirdo in that.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
Linda.
But
I don't
she's
remember her character in that.
She's Hawkeye's wife.
Yeah.
It's too hard to hold my arm out that far to make
Yeah,
that angle
okay.
work. So.
But
I'm not
her
gonna fight
Velma
hard
was
for that.
so hot.
Oh, thank you so much for following Maxim139021.
Hey,
I'm
welcome to
sure
the
you're a person.
Druggies.
I'm sure you're a person. I don't
Say
know.
words. Tell us how hot Velma is to prove you're a person.
That could get dangerous.
Velma's one of the big she's like a porn category all on her own.
Yeah. I
People are like really into Velma.
Yep.
Really into Velma.
We
Velma's
didn't just
a
say
vibe.
type me up, Maxim. We said how hot is Velma.
Yes.
Velma's. Oh, we like a bit of Velma.
What? So within the Rule 34 of Scooby Doo lore, Velma has got its own sort of.
Yeah, she's very popular with like at cosplay festivals and like
Sure.
Comic Cons and things like that. But then also, yeah, she shows up in like porn and stuff. I've seen more like videos, like squares, like with the what's the thumbnail? It's a thumbnail.
Thumbnail.
Like
Yeah.
I've seen more like thumbnails for Velma porn than I have any other Scooby Doo character or even Hanna-Barbera character.
Is that
I'll
when you
take it to
type
the
in
whole
Velma porn,
catalog.
please, into porn?
When I put that in, and the others don't even show up. It's so weird. I'm where
You
the
have
hell
to type
is
please because you got to be polite.
where is Scrappy? Where is
Oh no!
Thank you.
No!
he's like 58 now. He's old.
dead now.
He's-
That's not even in dog ears. Oh dear. Yeah. I think it is good that they've taken something that everyone's just always been like, quickly, yeah, and just been like,
Well, this was
Yeah.
it. Is that
Official,
the guy who made the film, the Linda Cardellini film, was like came out and said the original script for that was her being gay, and the producers just kept watering it down, and to the point where Velma has a man interest in that movie. You know,
that's
That's
pretty
the media
watered down
dilution.
gayness. That's
watered
Yeah.
down gayness.
Yeah.
She's there going,
What's that thing of the science lie where you have like
like one drop of something in a bunch of water, and then it heals you because of the essence of it. Fucking, like real bogus science.
Yeah, homeopathy.
Homeopathy. Yeah, she's like homeopathic gay in that movie.
Yeah.
She's into a guy, but he's a pretty guy.
Yeah. But like as we were saying earlier, like the watered down nature of media, where they've just been like, no, you can't do it, and it's like
This is
now
the
it can be
pure
like,
essence of what is attractive.
yeah, and it's like, well, actually, Velma can like a lady, and that doesn't really affect anything ever, so
No,
that's
and
fine.
sorry, but did we see the lady she likes?
No,
Oh, I think I saw that little clip that they had.
is it a
Coco
cartoon?
Diablo. Firstly,
I'm about to
amazing
type
name.
Velma's girlfriend in. Why does
Yes,
it say Chris Betts
Coco
approved?
Diablo is her name, and there's just such a cute. I watched all the little clips of them, and they're such a cute little cartoon
Oh.
couple. I love,
Wait,
love.
I've got
love,
a
love,
different
love
one.
them.
Marcy Fletch.
Velma, you hooer.
I'm
That
right
could be
here. Can't just
that could
use
be an
my
older
surname in
version.
vain.
That's why I said hooer. Hooer.
I think there was like a fan-made older thing where she had a girlfriend as well. I'm not sure, but this is like the first time it's been acknowledged in the
Coco
canon.
Diablo is really just like, oh, you think she's satanic for being a lesbian? Well, fuck you. Her surname is Satan.
I love it. I think it's a great name.
It feels like the name of someone who ends up being the bad guy, though, and
It
Velma's
does,
heart
doesn't
will be
it?
broken. Yeah, Velma will
Let's
be
not have that happen.
taken. Velma will love again. Velma will learn from the experience and love
Hopefully.
again. Yeah.
I really hope Coco Diablo is not a bad guy.
She's called Coco Diablo.
I know, but
That's cartoon for bad guy.
I know.
Yeah. I'm just sort of reading all this.
Yeah, it was so great on the day that it was announced. If you typed Velma into Google, you just got like this whole confetti screen of gay pride flags and lesbian pride flags and confetti and stuff. It was really, really cool, fun thing to watch.
That's nice.
Yeah,
it was
just
nice. Yeah, I
really
remember.
nice.
I remember seeing that going around. I tried it. So
Yeah.
what cartoon characters when you were younger were you like?
Oh, hello. Okay.
Like for me, it's like the love interest in a Goofy movie.
You've mentioned that before, but also
Whoa.
I see it.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So into her.
I was about to be like Shatara from Thundercats, but I don't actually think I was. I think I just like Thundercats, but I think I was definitely not necessarily like 4, but more like I like Jenny from Bucky O'Hare.
I have said it before, but I believe that there is a conspiracy within the animation spheres that makes ginger cartoon animal characters, the sexy ones. Because Diego from Ice Age, fucking like, look, I don't mean to go there. This hurts me as much as it hurts anyone else.
Yeah.
But Tigger is the sexy one in Winnie the Pooh. Like,
I don't really like
if
to
we're
think
gonna
about that.
sexualize-
Yeah, okay. Somebody's already put Ashley Furry Manning. I was about to be like confirmed for Furry. Speaking of which, I've just typed in Jenny Bucky O'Hare. Not even
Nobody
anything
wants-
else alluding, and like there's a lot of fan art where she's very much more curvaceous, even more curvaceous than she was in the previous.
Oh wow.
Yeah, she's
incarnation.
Lola Bunny curvaceous, I'm guessing.
Okay, just type in Jenny Bucky O'Hare into Google, and you'll see it's not timid.
Podcast listeners, you can do this at home.
Yeah, here's some homework for you.
Oh wow.
Well, I mean, David, you should know that your Google searches are tailored to you. And so if you're getting very sexual Bucky O'Hare characters, that might be indicative
I'm working on a bit about that at the moment where Ashley's like, I'm just gonna go away for a minute.
This is wild animation.
I understand.
Look at
Ashley all of
this.
a sudden understands visual porn. How like the algorithm simultaneously knows way too much about you and also knows fucking nothing about you, where like it'll simultaneously offer things that are very prevalent and just be like, you need a wedding band, and you're like, I don't need a wedding band.
Look at this.
Oh, that's not. If you scroll
That's not even
down,
close.
if you scroll down, I was thinking more of that one of a like on the floor.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can show this on. I think it probably breaks Twitch's rules and regulations. But it's like as a gift, I was just a friend of mine saw this at a zine fair and gave it to me, and it's like it's all just like here, I'll find one that's broadcastable. But it's basically just like lewd Klingon drawings. It's so funny.
Yes, please.
So funny.
Yes, please.
I think
for Ashley's dad.
oh my god.
That's amazing.
Look at them.
What are
It's
the
just
paw prints
pages
above?
and pages. It's so funny.
Why are there paw prints above?
I guess whoever drew it
had a cat.
It's just a filthy area, you know. Some of these are like truly like look at these sick fucks.
I can somebody highlight Boomstickery's comment there because that is perfect. Perfect wording there. I bet Klingon sex smells overwhelming.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah,
think
they're so funny. I love this book.
Cartoons. That
I really liked Thomas O'Malley
the alley
from
cat.
the Aristocats. Again, a ginger cat.
Ginger cat.
But
yeah.
that he knew how to treat a lady. He had chivalry. He had suave charm. Like
good rapport.
Didn't he wear like a cool hat? Wasn't there like a pork pie situation?
no, he had a bow tie.
That's Top Cat, you idiot.
You're thinking of Top Cat.
Oh yeah, that's the hot
He
one.
doesn't
I'm
fuck a
talking
man who
about
lives in a bin.
Abraham DeLacy,
Fuck the man
G.S.F.
who's gone-
Casey, Thomas O'Malley,
Oh,
the
of
alley
course.
cat.
I often
Yeah.
find myself saying, "This is outrageous. It's crazy." I think that's one of the best lines.
Also,
in
Robin
there.
Hood, another ginger character.
Oh, of course, yeah. I mean, we've talked
But-
at length about Robin Hood and Maid Marian.
I guess
on
Jessica
this.
Rabbit is an obvious.
Jessica Rabbit's obvious, yeah.
Obvious.
In Jungle Book, was it Shere Khan? Ooh.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Who's Shere Khan? Is that the tiger?
That's the tiger. It's the bad guy.
Yeah. No.
Ooh, the girl from Road to El Dorado.
Yes. Have you seen that scene?
The one where they're
The
where
blowjob
he's
scene?
clearly Yes, yeah. I remember showing that to friends of mine because I like watched that movie. I really liked that movie, and I was
It's
like,
an
what is
excellent
this?
movie. And I sort of love that it has that part in it. It's so funny.
I really want to Google El Dorado blowjob scene, but I don't.
I'll do it.
I don't want that in my search history. I guess.
It's something that you would never. Kids will.
Is it one of
never
those things unless
see
you
it.
is?
Oh,
Have you seen
yeah,
the bit in
kids.
Community where the extras walk out of a building and one of them walks out, zipping up his fly, being like her, and like the girl behind is walking out going. And the directors were furious because they didn't catch it when they filmed it, and it was only once it'd been broadcast that somebody was like, "Eh." I mean, that's almost the same as the little boy at the end of Back to the Future 3, which whatever the fuck was happening there is the most mental thing ever.
I mean, the cowboy one is
Remind
not
me of what
something that
that
I
was?
think about.
Oh, type in Back to the Future 3 kid. Just show it. You can show it.
I don't know this.
Oh, Ashley, you're about to have your mind melted by something that happened in a major motion picture. It's insane.
That's
I
so
also
funny.
don't know what this is. I'm
Oh,
unaware.
okay, great. I get to ruin 2 of your brains.
Okay, so I'm gonna
I
bring
mean,
up
I'm not
the,
invested in Back to the Future 3 at all. It's not.
like back to like
There's
Marty
ZZ Top
McFly
already.
was probably one of my earliest crushes.
Okay.
Right. So this is the Road to El Dorado scene. This
Oh,
is
yes,
so
please.
fucking funny.
Whoa!
My lords,
Hello.
Yeah, it's just that distinction
That's it.
in levels. That's it.
But like,
She pops up. There. Ooh, suspicious positioning.
Wow.
raunchy as fuck, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Hello.
Yeah.
Wow.
Absolutely wild.
Quality.
Top notch.
Such a good movie, though.
Framing.
Such a good movie.
Very subtle.
That's the same sort of era as Emperor's New Groove, right? Which I think is
Yeah.
top tier. Top tier.
Emperor's New Groove. People do not give it enough praise.
So
Such
funny.
a good movie.
So good.
Right. Okay. Here's the
Back to the Future Kid.
Back to the Future Kid.
Oh, Ashley, imagine.
Oh, there's no sound. Hang on.
Okay, just.
These are our boys. Jules. And Vern.
Jules Verne.
The kid on the right. Look at him. Look at him. Kid on the right.
Of course.
Looks down the barrel of the lens.
Is that Elizabeth Shue?
Look at his hand. Look at his hand.
Your future is whatever you make it.
What the fuck?
No, but that was just a little kid.
That's just a kid, though.
No, I know, but why?
He was like asking, "Come here, come here."
Isn't that mental?
That's so funny.
That's very funny. It's very funny.
Those children are pricks. I've always hated Jules and Vern. I'm not gonna lie. The kids have always creeped me out
It's
a
not
little
the
bit.
best ending to that trilogy,
No.
but endings are hard to do.
But only if you only kind of pull it off because it's Doc saying it, and he's just so fundamentally likable. Anyone else introducing their kids as Jules and Vern, and I would have been like, ugh.
What's
But
his dog called?
the first one is Einstein, and the second one's Copernicus.
Yes.
Wow, I didn't know that. For someone who's never seen a film, you know a lot about
Back
the
to the
Back to the
Future
Future
head.
trilogy.
I know a lot about Back to the Future.
Guess which trilogy I've just watched this past week, and I've never watched films ever, and I've watched 3 films in the past week, all in the same franchise.
Jaws.
No.
Back to the Future.
No.
Lord of the Rings?
No. Quack. Quack. Quack.
Mighty
Quack.
Ducks.
I haven't
Amazing.
seen that in years. I haven't seen it in a very long time.
They're pretty good.
Okay. I watched them with Cleo, I'd never seen them before, and the third one legitimately made her angry for how little sense it makes. Because the thing with every Mighty Ducks film, every decision in those films is narratively satisfying, logically doesn't make any sense.
Sure.
Like every single decision in that is just
That's how all
like,
movies should be made.
it's all just leaning up to a moment where people can nod at each other whilst like horns playing. That would be like, if you two could just nod whilst I do this, so. Do 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 do. And it's just like so many 90s films of like, but there's weird stuff like in the first one, Pacey from Dawson's Creek, the character called Charlie, he's like really just egging Emilio Estevez on just to be like, please fuck my mum.
Yeah, he really wants that.
Please.
He wants it so
Just
bad.
fuck my mum. That would be so good.
Yeah.
What?
And there's a
what is this in?
Mighty Ducks. He just wants
Mighty
Emilio Estevez to be his dad because he's got
He's
a single
like,
mom
take
and he
my
wants
mum
her to
out
be
on a
happy.
date.
And the coach is cool.
Okay.
He wants a
I
dad.
don't remember this. I don't remember those movies at all, actually. I need to watch them again.
I hate to do this during a Mighty Ducks thing, but I've been holding in a piss for quite some time, so I'll be right back.
We'll keep chatting. Yeah, well, the thing is, like I remember those films I've only ever seen up until this time. I would see on ITV when do you remember the 90s, Ashley?
I do.
So, you turn on the telly in the afternoon on a weekend, and it's like halfway through a movie.
Yeah.
And you're like, wait, what's this? Oh, Mighty Ducks is on. My friends like Mighty Ducks. They tell me about it all the time. And so I'd watch it, but I'd only ever see like the end of all of them. and then I
Yeah.
might catch the beginning another time. And the third one is the most confusing because they clearly couldn't get Emilio Estevez for all of it. So he's basically in the beginning, the middle, and then at the end, he basically pretends not to be at their hockey game. But then one of the last shots is him. It actually like a load of people move out of the way, like they do in 90s films where they're all like, and it reveals Emilio Estevez was there all time so that they can do another nodding at each other moment. And then rather than, so like he's got long history with these kids and he's worked with them for a long time, and he like not only like coached them, but he loves and cares for them and has helped them retain their scholarships at school. And the idea is supposed to be about them building a relationship with a new coach. So he does this kind of like, my work here is done, and just leaves.
Sure.
And you're watching it and you're like, what? Where are you going? Like, go hang out with your friends. Like, all you're going to do is go back to your hotel. Like,
They
you're not
miss
gonna...
you.
Yeah. And it's like narratively satisfying. Doesn't make any sense.
Sure.
It's so fucking weird. And have you, my favorite thing about the Mighty Ducks is the difference between the Mighty Ducks TV show, cartoon, and the Mighty Ducks films. Have you seen the Mighty Ducks
I thought we were
cartoon?
talking about the cartoons.
Yeah, great. I never any like the furthest disparity between two things whilst also being within the same franchise is just alien ducks from an alien planet whose planet was killed by alien dinosaurs have come to Earth to fight low-level crime.
Yeah.
And play ice hockey. And they're being interviewed being like, it's amazing that since you've started playing ice hockey, crime has significantly decreased in the city. It's so weird.
It's a very weird concept. Yeah, they don't make any sense at all.
Weird sort of tie-in.
What?
It's like a weird tie-in where they're like, we need to.
Yeah.
The franchise makes money. How else can we do it? Sorry, what were you going to say?
I was just gonna say one of my favorite movies is the Duck Dodgers movie.
Oh, have I seen it?
Daffy Duck as Duck Dodgers.
Oh.
And he goes to space. And he encounters the Martian.
Like Buck Rogers, Duck Dodgers.
Duck Dodgers, right?
From 1953. Is it old or is it new?
It's quite old.
Oh, nice.
I don't think I know that one. Did you? I heard you guys talking about the Mighty Ducks cartoon show.
Yeah.
Do you know why they were those alien ducks with those weird faces?
Please, I need to know. I couldn't. I hadn't seen it in years. I was like, I remember the ducks being the Mighty Ducks cartoon being ducks, and then when I saw, and I'd only seen that. My friends used to watch that cartoon, so when I saw the film, I was like, this has nothing to do with fighting crime. And then I forgot about that and just remembered the other one. And I was like, but there's ducks. Yeah. Maybe they're just duck versions of it. And then watching it, I watched it like whenever we got Disney Plus, I saw that it was on it. I watched with like stunned silence, my jaw just open, being like, how the fuck did this get made? So please.
So I wish it was more like the Mighty Ducks and narratively satisfying, but it's the opposite. It's just very logical. So what happened is the Mighty Ducks movie, Disney, the Mighty Ducks cartoon, Disney. There was a new hockey team opening in Anaheim, where Disneyland is, called the Mighty Ducks. And the logo was the goalie mask, but instead of going all the way down, it flips out like the brim, like the characters in the cartoon show. So there was an opportunity to cross-market between things for kids and sort of like merch for the show, but also the new hockey team that they had. And it fully worked. They immediately became my favorite team. For my 10th birthday, when they became a team, I got a Mighty Ducks hat. It was like purple and had the thing on it. And I remember trying to get my favorite player on the Canucks, who were my team, Pavel Bure, to sign it. And he basically just told me to fuck off.
Oh, really? When you were 10?
Yeah. When I was 10. It was my 10th birthday. And my favorite player told me to go fuck myself. But, they just lost. And I asked him to sign a hat of the team that had just kicked his ass. So, yeah, I'd be annoyed. I get that. But but yeah, so it was just for marketing purposes. It's the same reason GI Joe exists, which was to get kids to think the army was cool and want to enlist. Yeah, and
Teenage
so it's
Mutant Ninja
just
Turtles cartoon exists to sell the toys. He-Man
Yeah.
exists to sell the toys.
Transformers
exists to sell the toys.
yeah, that's why that was. It was to sell. It was like an extra revenue stream for the hockey team because they weren't sure how it would take off.
That's amazing. And they've got a special golden magic duck mask in the cartoon that has like magical abilities.
Yeah.
Crazy.
But yeah, so that movie, I looked it up. It is the 1953. It's Duck Dodgers in the 24.5th century. It's only like, I've just realized it's only like 7 minutes long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so short. I think you can just watch it on YouTube. But
Those old Looney Tunes are great.
That lives in my brain.
Oh, great.
I loved it so much. I loved Looney Tunes. I really, really did love Looney Tunes as a kid.
Another character that I was like, wah wah wee wah, Tailspin, the girl from Tailspin, who ran.
Oh, actually,
Ginger.
Actually. Rebecca. Sally.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Yes. Another one in that vein that I know people say they had was Gadget from.
Yes.
Oh my god!
Yeah, Gadget too.
I found porny art of the one from Tailspin.
Of course you did.
That makes,
Oh no.
Yeah, what was Gadget from? What show was that?
Christ, all of the female
Rescue
characters on that
Rangers,
show
is it?
were really, really sexy.
No, Chip and Dale.
Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. That was Gadget. Yeah, same.
Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers.
Chip and Dale in this danger.
Rescue Rangers were cool.
Mm. My got a
What was
story
that
of
What was that?
I may
that
have
was a thought.
allegedly been intoxicated at some point through
With?
means of eating plants.
sure.
Allegedly, of course. Yeah.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
My friend came round.
Drugs, kids.
Allegedly. It's the new catchphrase for the UTS. This is that you will get banned if you say.
I'm sorry,
What-
don't do
that's
drugs.
like-
I'm
the
totally
moment-
kidding.
the
Don't
moment
take
in,
any- I've never done drugs. Like I'm not a role model for drugs.
I've done tons of drugs.
Let
kids.
me
They're
tell you
all-
somebody who is. Was it milked poppy? I milked a poppy, and then no, my friend came round and we made these things and ate them, and he ate half of. I said, eat half, see how you get on, which is always the rule. Half an hour later, 45 minutes later, said he didn't feel anything, just ate the other half without consulting me at all. And at the same time, my girlfriend, who we thought was going to be out, Betts could milk my poppy. Okay.
You start at the stem. You work your way up to the bloom.
My girlfriend came home, which we weren't
Really
expecting.
has that clipped and saved already. I'm so sorry, David. I cut across
No,
you again.
thanks. Yeah, no, that's fine.
Talk to us about drugs and Rescue Rangers.
Well, I was just going to say that my girlfriend came home earlier than we expected at the same time that this guy just sort of like everything hit him all at once, and he just went as white as a sheet. And rather than having fun, he was just on my sofa being like, am I allowed to stay? Are we okay? What's going on? And I was like, everything's fine. And my girlfriend was
You're
trying
in
to
a
be
safe
nice. And she was
place.
like, I'll just put on something gentle
Yeah.
to keep the vibe, and put on an episode of Looney Tunes where Bugs Bunny was boxing. And basically what would happen was the person would get punched and their face would stay in the same position and the rest of their body would disappear, and it would go through lots of really like colors and
So
stuff. And it
intense.
was so intense and so trippy. And she was laughing and he was in the corner going, turn off, turn off, turn off, turn off. And she was like, hi, it's just Looney Tunes. And he was like, I can't handle this right now. And she was like, but it's just kid. And she like couldn't get her head around why we didn't want to watch it anymore. And he was like, I cannot deal with this. Poor guy. But like that was one of the last times I watched Looney Tunes, and I kind of need to go back and watch it just to remember the kind of childlike quaintness to it all, because I just remember this really intense moment of my friend being fucking terrified by it.
Well, imagine if you played the Wagner Elmer Fudd Bugs Bunny
Oh
one.
yeah, I mean,
Kill the wabbit, kill the
Wabbit.
wabbit. That's an intense. Like I
it
think
doesn't.
it's
It
6
hasn't
minutes long.
aged very well.
Of course not. Of course, I'm sure.
No.
Yeah. How many of them are in blackface? All of them? Probably all of them.
A lot of those cartoons, when you watch modern versions of them, they have a little disclaimer that says
Sure.
stuff from this era. We haven't changed anything from this era because, but there may be things that we don't agree with, but to deny that deny that they happened and hide is worse.
Mm-hmm.
Than it's worse to just pretend it
was-
didn't happen than to admit it did happen. And so hello pizza is no.
I remember watching the Disclosure documentary, which was about like trans representation. And Chris is just gone. Gone. So Disclosure documentary was about trans representation in cinema, and that was one of the things that came up, was that specific episode of Bugs Bunny, and the transness of the character being the thing that's really, really funny about that. So it's because it's Bugs Bunny in drag essentially, but Elmer falls in love with him, and then the whole joke is that it's Bugs Bunny the whole time, and it's so silly that he should fall in love with.
I think that was about half the episodes of Looney Tunes. I think that was.
Yeah.
He did it. Daffy Duck did it a lot. I think Porky Pig did it. Sometimes Elmer Fudd did it just to turn the tables on him. It was a go-to.
I am in the market for DVD copies of Tasmania, the show. I would like that. I would like to relive.
I forgot about that.
I want to
haven't
watch.
seen that in a very long time, but
Yes,
I agree
come
with
to
you.
Tasmania.
Did you ever have Taz the computer, the PC game?
Every time you
No.
type it into CEX, it brings up the game rather than the cartoons, and I want the cartoons.
There was no, I didn't have it on computer. I had it on PlayStation 2.
I think I played that.
Ashley loves the PlayStation 2. I love the fact that you love the PlayStation 2. It makes me so
the
happy.
PlayStation 2.
I really love the fact that you love the PlayStation 2.
I had Taz. I had the fucking Rugrats game.
Is that different to the regular Rugrats?
What is that?
The Rugrats, the go-kart.
Is this the one that you get when
game?
you Google it through David's account? When you put in Rugrats, it just comes
It
up.
was like Rugrats go-karting, and so all of it was just
Yeah.
like being a Rugrat in a go-kart, and you'd do all the crazy ass levels. They were so fun.
There's a few, I would just Google the words Rugrats game and see. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Yeah.
8, 9, 10. Turns out the Rugrats were kings of the Game Boy Advance and Game Boy Color. But there's loads of I've played the go-karting one, and I've played another one where they go around like a movie studio. It's basically like
It's
collectathon.
Rugrats. It's Rugrats Studio Tour. That one.
Yeah,
That you're talking about.
Yeah, I played.
Um,
I played that on a date once with somebody who was like, "These are the video games I like," and I was like, "Okay, this is for 4-year-olds." And she was like, I got the thing," and I'm like, "Okay." I
It's
mean, I
so
watched
good, though.
Rugrats religious. I watched the
I
scuba diving thing.
was addicted to Rugrats.
Mm.
Rugrats the movie. There's one where they go to
Invaders.
Paris. There's one where they get lost in the jungle.
Yeah, which has Bruce Willis as the dog.
Reptar's Revenge. Is that what that's called?
Oh, Reptar.
Reptar's good. They had the joke in that where it's like, that was the first time I ever saw the joke where they had bad translation of something. So it's like the Reptar movies in Japanese and they've got overdubbing, and somebody would be like,
Sure.
and the person went, "Oh no!" And that was the first time I ever saw that joke. In the UK, we used to have Live and Kicking on a Saturday morning. From I don't know, probably like 8 or 9, and it was originally Andy Peters and Emma Forbes, and then it was Zoe Bourne, Jamie Theakston. We would record the entire thing. We would watch the first 20 minutes before we went to swimming lessons, and then we would come back, watch the last 10 minutes, and then watch the entire thing mainly so we could watch Rugrats, but then all the other stuff as well. So we watched Rugrats
Sure.
every Saturday that's some of my earliest formative memories is watching Rugrats. And my mum she wrote out and framed Chucky's mum's poem as like it was such a part of my Rugrats was so ingrained.
Chucky's
I remember
mom's poem that was
when I
just
was
so
a teenager,
emotional.
one of my friends went like, "Oh, Rugrats was rubbish," and that was one of the first times I ever got vehemently you can't say that's somebody else having a different opinion.
Rugrats was emotional though.
Oh,
Chucky's
God, yeah.
storyline was devastating.
Yeah, but it's also gives new life to it's it's I'm always with you sort of thing. But
Yeah, but it was so emotional. That was a lot to take as a kid.
Wait, what happened to Chucky? Who died? Chucky
His
died?
mum died. And there's an episode. So his dad is a single dad, and they kind of just got around it for a while, and they eventually do an episode about his mum, and they find a poem that she's written him. I'm kind of welling up thinking about it. We could read it out and all cry if you want. It is.
Wow.
And then there's Rugrats, the movie.
If any
where
of you
they go
got
to
parents,
There's the episode where they go to Paris though, and he meets Kiki and her mom. Kiki might be the mom. I can't remember which one's which. But and he falls in, and it's like the whole it's so healing. And then Chucky has a new sister.
Oh,
and she's rad.
She's so cool. She's like the coolest one in the group.
Yeah, because they would slowly introduce more and more characters, and I think. Did you ever see All Grown Up as well, which is a fucking cop out of a show?
Fucking I loved it, but it was so bad.
Yeah, that was when I was like.
But I was so invested in it at that point.
So Ashley, because he's ginger, is it safe to say that Chucky is the one that you would
no, I'm sorry,
his
but
hobby?
No.
No.
Actually,
can we not sexualize that?
No, please don't sexualize it. I like how you were saying that whilst
diapers.
I'm reading the sad poem and you're talking about
all these are the same thing.
They're actual children in diapers.
Well,
she fancies Chaz, if anything. Chucky's dad.
Yeah.
Single.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They made Tommy a bit of a dick in All Grown. Yeah, he wasn't a cool character in the All Grown Up version.
They didn't know.
He's kind of a dick as a baby.
I mean, he was, yeah.
Headstrong. He's also a baby.
He's also a baby.
Yeah, but they were all babies, and you know what? He was kind of a dick. He was,
fucking
pretty rude about.
Were Phil and Lil.
Right.
Oh, the best ones. 100%.
I think that Phil and
off the
Lil's
rails.
parents, particularly Phil and Lil's mum, is a whole vibe.
Yeah.
She was such a they wasn't just kind of like all parents are nice and all parents are lovey-dovey and they do it. It's like she's like, there you go, Phil. Tommy is the John Hastings of Rugrats. That is the most. He does actually keep Screwdriver in his underwear as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my god, I forgot about the screwdriver in his nappy.
Yeah. I've got the poem loaded up here and I can't. It's so emotional.
Oh,
okay,
no.
you can just post it in the Discord if you want, and if you don't want to cry on air. I understand that.
You're like, don't fucking do it, David.
You could do it. I mean, it's up to you, but if you don't feel like you're up to it, that's understandable.
Yeah. Here we go.
Yeah, that's true.
I can read it. Make us both.
I can read it. I'm a fucking robot. I won't cry. You guys cry.
Oh no.
I'll put it in the chat for other people to read if they would like to. We don't have to do this. It's just.
This might take me off. I'm not sure because I'm on my phone. So
yeah, don't worry about it.
Don't do it.
It's all good.
We're gonna wrap up.
It opened
anyway.
and I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Just scroll down. Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
If you scroll down.
A poem for Chucky.
Rugrats in
wow,
Paris. Oh, a poem for Chucky. By the way, we've all been spelling Chucky wrong. It's I-E, not Y.
Yeah.
Some of us didn't.
So
Okay.
I can't see either of you. So
No,
I'm
you're
gonna have to
frozen for us, but we
hear-
can still hear you.
Oh, really? Okay. All right.
I'm trapped behind glass.
Okay, so poem for Chucky from Melinda. My sweet little Chucky, though I must leave you behind me, this poem will tell you where you always can find me. When a gentle wind blows, that's my hand on your face. When the tree gives you shade, that's my sheltering embrace. When the sun gives you freckles, that's me tickling my boy. When the rain wets your hair, those are my tears of joy. When the long grass enfolds you, that's me holding you tight. When the whippoorwill sings, that's me whispering, night, night.
Can I just say, excellently read. Excellently read.
Oh, thanks, team.
Really, really well done. Really, really.
Oh, it's so. Oh.
Thanks, Baldy, for doing the new Suck It, Chucky. So badly mistimed. Suck It, Chucky. But yeah, it's.
I get the feeling that Phil and Lil's mom and dad were sneakily meant to be a gay man and woman who had kids together, but done in a way that. Do you know what? I've had that thought.
I remember being.
Phil and
you know,
Lil's
like,
parents were queer coded as fuck.
Yeah. But, you know, there was at least some opening. Well, even if it's not queer coded, like the lady was clearly the dominant one in that relationship, which was not something you often saw on telly at that time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember her in the Rugrats Do Paris film where she goes.
Is that the Paris Hilton sex tape? Is that what it's called?
Yes, Rugrats Do Paris. Yeah. She's like Chucky, Ginger. What? No, let's not do that.
Let's not.
Where she wants to, she's like falls asleep in the service. And they're getting married in Notre Dame. And like, but we're in Notre Dame, and she's like, it's just a church. Once you've seen one, you've seen them all. And I remember, like, even when I was really young, I was like, that's fucking funny. That's really good.
That's really fun. I would happily sit and watch all the Rugrats episodes now.
I have done fairly recently. They're pretty great.
Oh, I need to do this then.
Susie Carmichael, all that sort of gubbins.
What's his little brother from the Reptile movie or the Reptile movie? Dill?
Yeah.
Is that what his name is?
It's
Dill
Pickles.
Pickles.
Yeah,
Dill
Dill
Pickles.
It's when it started to fall apart a little bit.
It does fall apart a little bit. But
Because
that
I was
movie, that Reptile movie is so emotional. It's so dark
Where he
and
gets
scary.
the younger brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember watching that one and not really liking it as much as I liked Rugrats. Is it called Rugrats Go to Paris or Rugrats?
Goes to Rugrats to go to Paris or something like that.
Rugrats in Paris? I was going to say Rugrats Do Paris, which is you say.
I don't know.
That launched her
Rugrats
career.
in Paris. What?
That launched her career.
Oh dear.
I
All
mean,
right, we
I'm
are
assuming everyone's seen the Parks and Rec outtake
now.
Of Chris Pratt when they're talking about great comeback stories, and they're like, great comeback stories, Seabiscuit, the Mighty Ducks, and he goes, Paris Hilton, and they're like, why? It's like, I think she gets cum on her back in them.
Oh, I have actually heard that.
And they can't even do it with a straight
Yeah.
face.
I have
I don't know what that was there. But yeah.
Well, if we're gonna go, everyone follow David Hoare, and where should they? What's your Bandcamp so they can check out when your album comes out?
Bandcamp, davidhoare.bandcamp.com. I can link it in the chat. Good girls go to
Nice
heaven,
work,
Rugrats
Simon.
go to Paris.
Nice work.
That's good.
So davidhoare.bandcamp.com. Go check it
I
out.
will ask. I was going to ask you privately, but sure, let's just impose it. Can I come back and do a little album launch?
Of course.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, we'd love that.
Thing with
It'll
with the
more than
gang.
likely suit us more than it will you.
Yeah. Promotion. I'm going to be that guy on Facebook
Oh.
soon, being like, "Is there any podcasts I can come on?"
Yeah, please hit us up for that. Please do that. We love having you on, David.
If you want to check out my other albums as well, they're also already on Bandcamp and
I should
other-
listen to them.
You should. Absolute Whore. not that kind of Hoare. If you really want to listen to old David Hoare, you can listen to Hormones, but I wouldn't recommend it. It's on Bandcamp. It's not on Spotify.
I love that.
You can pay me to listen to it, but you can't get it for free.
Right, cool. I'm gonna get us ready for a raid. Chris, do you have anything you want to plug?
Hey, if you're on TikTok, come check me out. I'm not doing
Go
shows.
follow Chris on TikTok.
They are crazy that like I've been thanks, man. I've been on it for a day, and like the fewest views that I've gotten is like 500 something. That's like stupid. That's really cool.
That's
if you start and you're consistent, they love writing new shit. It's when you drop off or do something that they're like, nope.
Yeah.
I've just realized, just to skew it, is my viewers are called the Frodsnags and your viewers are called the Troggies, which means that there are some crossover which are the Trogsnags, and I've just thought of that, and that's great. Thank you very much.
Oh, Trogsnags, make yourself known. Make yourself known.
Make yourselves known.
Which means that if you're not a Trogsnag, then fuck. No, joke.
I am performing at the Tinsel Guts Cabaret, which is tomorrow night in Glasgow at McCool's on at 8 o'clock. It's got drag, it's got other performance things on it as well, and it's got me. So that's for anybody who's in Glasgow tomorrow night. And then I'm sure I have other gigs coming up that I will plug next week. I don't have any more this week, so that's this week's gig. Is tomorrow night at McCool's. Otherwise I'm
streaming 10:30 in the morning, Monday to Friday. Please on this
go
very
watch
website.
David's streams. They're very nice, chilled out morning events.
Yeah, it's amazing that you're still doing that. That's remarkable.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I would lose
I've pretty
my
much
mind.
just started watching Catchphrase or Robot Wars and doing watch-alongs and renaming the robots. So
I ended up finishing off the show by myself last week and immediately got hit with so much anxiety from streaming by myself days.
Oh man!
As in, there was jokes about me doing an hour by myself, and I just I managed to cover it up for the few minutes that I had to wrap everything up, but I freaked out internally freaked out. Is
when
that
you don't have a plan.
fox in
This
your
is a red panda Lego.
a Lego red panda?
Hey, those little guys.
That's
Cute as
really
fuck.
cute. That's really cute. Right, I'm gonna play an old lady talking about sex, and I'm gonna line up a raid of somebody. I don't know who it's
Great.
gonna be. Bye.
Great. Thanks, guys. Bye.
That's all. Penis into her vagina. That's all. That's all. And that's called sexual intercourse. Some people call it having sex. So the man passes the sperm to the woman, and now his sperm is in her. Maybe you're wondering if a mistake could be made when having sexual intercourse. That can't happen.